Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P today stands for presenting our very special guest, Lady Camden.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, you're British.
Yeah.
That's neat.
That's not a bit you were doing for the show?
Yeah, we thought you'd drop it.
No, I've been doing it for a long time. I'm literally from LA, where you guys currently live.
Oh my God, that's
Your accent
crazy.
is making me ill.
Do I sound
you.
gayer?
Yeah, you sound super gay.
Yeah.
You sound like you have chlamydia.
Now, you literally just hopped off a plane
Yeah.
at San Francisco to come and join us. So thank you so much for being here.
it's
How
my
are you
pleasure.
doing?
Honestly, I feel great. Like I would not have done it for anyone else. You guys make me laugh. Like you're hilarious, beautiful, and stunning. And I've
You didn't watch our Willow Pill episode then?
I think I watched a couple clips, but I can't watch Willow for too long. It's just a lot.
It's
you know?
triggering,
Yeah.
It's like looking at the sun.
It's really bad for you, actually.
You got so close to the crown though.
I did.
That must hurt.
I don't know. It was weird, like filming. You know when they filmed the version of you winning?
Oh, you had to film you winning!
I did.
Is that
And
footage anywhere? Did they send
Probably,
it to you?
they probably have it. No, can you imagine? They would never let us have that.
You know what? World of Wonder, if you're watching, and I know you aren't, if you released all of the footage of the people who didn't winning footage,
Just to make fun of them.
I would pay so much money.
I would actually subscribe to Wow Presents Plus.
Just to rub it in.
Alexis, we live in LA now. They can find us.
Wait, can I get an
Definitely.
exclusive Camden scoop?
Yeah.
What
maybe.
did you say when you won the crown?
Oh, I probably said something so not fun. Like, Willow's was hilarious, and I was like, well, she's obviously gonna win because that was just funny. Like, she said something about cornbread ankle. I said something.
You thought she was going to win because her acceptance speech was funny?
Honestly, because it's a TV show, girl.
Oh,
you know what I
okay.
mean? Like, I think that way too. I'm like, as much as the competition should be fair, I'm very much like,
TV
it's a
characters
fucking
win.
show. I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Not that she didn't deserve it. I'm just saying, like,
You heard it here
loved-
first.
Okay, I'm rambling
Had
now.
Willow not made a joke?
Take us back.
So
So
I
you're there in
said-
the theater.
And there.
It's midnight.
There's blood running down my legs.
Yes.
Sorry
I-
about getting stabbed. We don't talk about that nearly enough. And Michelle Visage did it just
She did it.
quickly.
I know.
No warning.
Yeah,
That's
she
the
did like
jersey
it.
in her.
Yeah, she was front and center.
Okay, what'd you say?
I think I said,
God save the queen.
I know I said something so cheesy. Please don't make fun of me.
I won't, but you should worry about her.
Yeah. I said, whether you're a lady or a queen, never give up on your silly little dream.
Oh, that's sweet! Oh my God.
And I could feel RuPaul being like, she's not gonna win.
She's like, I don't think that girl's American. Okay, we have to actually, everyone's probably so confused. We are not at home in the studio. I live inside the studio. I really need to get
I want to
better
see
pictures.
where you guys film and like what it
Oh,
looks
it's
like.
carpeted. It's disaster. No, we are here in San Francisco
At
Bo.
Bo in the Castro.
We have been here all weekend, IMHO takeover, and we knew we were coming to the bar of Lady Camden, so we knew we had to be up to date on all of our UK knowledge and facts and trivia.
Yeah.
So you've been out of the UK for a while.
Yeah, honestly, I have. When people do this, I get a bit like imposter syndrome. I'm like, am I British?
I'm excited to like find out that
Okay.
you truly
Actually
didn't
not.
care about
Because you really
Ukraine.
haven't been there in like what?
I don't.
12? You haven't lived there
I
in
haven't
like
lived there.
12 years, 11?
I haven't actually lived there since I was 18.
So a couple years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
So a few decades.
A while, bitch. Like, I haven't been, I don't know what the math is. I'm 32 right now. I don't care.
You're 32?
Yeah,
Me
I know.
too.
You are?
No,
Yeah.
if you do the math wrong, she is. Quick question. First question. When the Queen died, what'd you do?
I don't know, girl. I was like, okay. She's been alive for so long.
Too long.
Like, she's fine.
Yeah.
I think
well,
she
she's
was
not
just
fine.
like,
She's dead.
she's not fine.
yeah.
She
I
was-
live
she was
tweeted
over
all
it.
day because that was the most exciting thing to ever happen to me because I am a Diana apologist.
Do you incorporate any of her purse choreo in your meet and greets? Like, okay, I'm done with this person. Let me do the person
I
on the
like
other
that.
hand.
No, you guys are giving me too much credit. I'm not that smart and creative.
No,
We know,
of course
we
you
watch
are.
your season. She was very into corgis. She always
Yes,
had dogs
I love
around
corgis
her.
too.
I love a dog. Okay,
Just have
love a
corgis.
dog.
Like the dwarfs?
But there is a dog here at Bo.
Wait.
There's a dog here at Bo that I think we need to talk about.
Oh, Josh's fucking dog. Oh my god.
Go get it.
No, don't.
No.
It's gonna rip the place apart.
I have cleaned up his pee twice now because I'm a good guest. Because
I
I went
just screamed and yelled.
I love dogs, and I think it's the cutest dog in the entire world. But if you look at it, it will jump on you, and then it'll start pissing.
It looks like it works out. It looks like it's on steroids, right?
Right? It's
Well, there
hot.
are 6 gyms surrounding us, so it,
It goes
probably
to every
does.
gym in the morning. It's like, I'm gonna rip Lady Camden's beauty blender apart this Saturday. What did it do to Naomi Smalls?
He ripped her tights.
He ripped her tights.
Honestly, Naomi Smalls needs to be taken down a
Yeah,
notch.
peg,
So
yeah.
I'd rip them too.
Yeah.
And now she doesn't wear tights.
Or makeup anymore. It's something I've
Yeah.
been meaning to talk to her about.
Darby,
Yeah.
before we move on, I just want to say,
What?
one of those times that the dog peed on the floor and you had to wipe it out, it was mine. And I want you to know that I have been drinking really clean lately, so it wasn't
Smelly.
like super smelly. And I don't even think, I think it was clear.
Very yellow. Okay, can I tell
This
you
is the
this?
color of my pee.
This weekend, we peed, okay? We peed in toilet this weekend, okay? We're very normal.
Okay, great.
And we peed. I had to pee as soon as I got to brunch on Saturday here at Beau. But I didn't because drag. So when I got home, or got to motel, I peed in
Exploded.
toilet. It was so yellow.
Oh no.
And Alexis goes, what have you been eating? And I was like, oh no, I just didn't drink water, like I was drinking alcohol. And she was like, no, your pee is stinky when your diet's bad.
Oh, is it?
No!
It's also alcohol though.
I thought if you eat bad or if you drink a lot of Gatorade, that's the color that comes out.
I mean, because I feel like my
Did they
diet-
teach that in school? In where are you from? England?
yeah. No, they didn't. They should have taught me a few things. They should have taught me how to do with taxes, and they also should have told me to drink a little less.
Do they
Or
do
just to drink a
taxes
glass
in
of water
India?
with every drink. In England?
In India?
England?
Did you say India?
To be fair,
Where did that come from?
to be fair,
I have
you did
India on the
colonize it. You did colonize
I have
it.
India on the brain.
They did colonize it.
Oh my
So
god.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You know what? There's a picture of India Farah out there. That's why I said that.
God.
That's not India
Shut
Farah.
the
That's a
fuck
parking meter. Okay.
It's a
No.
fucking palm tree, bitch.
But it looks so angry.
So we're here to talk about Drag Race. We're not going to get into spoilers, even though Camden just came back from the finale filming.
I would just love to give you all the fucking tea right
Okay, give
We don't
us
want
a
it 'cause we
couple of
talked about it,
words.
so.
Give us a couple of vague words about the finale.
Okay, I like that.
Sparkly.
Oh, okay. With drag queens, I never would have suspected
Right.
that. It's a shock.
Major twist. I don't know. I feel like I have to be really strategic with like what words I say.
Can they sue you for
I
spoiling?
don't think so. I don't know. Maybe.
They should.
Have you ever been
They don't
sued?
Have my number anymore. I changed it. Have they ever sued anybody? I don't think they have. Or if they have, then we wouldn't know about it because they probably
If
didn't
they
say something.
haven't,
Gag order.
if they
Right?
decided that they were going to start suing people, it would be this season.
It would be
Because-
us. Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, there's a man fixing his hair.
Yeah.
You look great, honey. Twink Death hit you good. If WoW was going to start suing people for talking this season,
I wouldn't be the first. I don't
the
think. There's a lot of
Twitter
other people.
of
Yeah,
this
crazy.
season, they are
Oh.
on it. Now listen, I'm not going to take sides, but I do take Lux's side. We
On
don't
the
have to get
situa-
into
to
it.
yesterday's?
But you, yeah.
Lux v.
Yeah.
Trinity.
Yeah.
I get both sides. I choose the more fun side.
I know that everyone's like, okay, you could use a little bit of humility, you could use a little bit of grace, whatever. My first instinct is like, she's a fucking drag queen, first of all. Let's just let's just say that first. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, hello.
Let's put it in
We're not
perspective.
politicians, we're not, I don't know, we're drag queens. So like, I think too much confidence is sort of like a ridiculous thing to say about a drag queen. And then secondly, she says something like, it's my mission to always live fearlessly and unapologetically or something. And I think that like, especially with what's going on right now, I think it's important to have people that do live genuinely fearlessly and like, don't care about other people's opinions, because we get so wrapped up in other people's opinions because of social media that it's really refreshing to have someone be like, fuck everything, I don't care. You know what I mean?
That is
Yeah,
absolutely true.
that's
Now,
amazing.
as someone who cares deeply about what every stranger thinks about me, cannot relate.
That's why I'm like, I respect it. I'm
Yeah.
like, I want more of that,
Yeah,
honestly.
absolutely.
Okay, okay. Do you read the comments? Okay, good.
Well,
We all do.
not on Twitter, because Twitter, people feel like they can be an absolute arsehole on Twitter. Like they feel like, oh, I'm on Twitter now. Let me just be absolutely unhinged and let everyone have it.
Oh, so
I don't
you
really go on
read
Twitter.
her tweets then?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sad.
And yours.
Mine are mostly just about my struggles with gonorrhea and chlamydia. And I did
Why
have them
relate?
both at the exact same time, which is something y'all need to know this. Gonorrhea and chlamydia, they're like family, okay? They're like sisters. Sometimes they travel
Not
together.
twins. They're like eyebrows.
They do. They do. And if a doctor ever goes, oh, your symptoms sound like gonorrhea or chlamydia, and they only want to test you for one, which has happened to me, tell that doctor to go back to school
Yep.
and then call him a faggot.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have assumed it was a man, but call her a faggot too.
Yeah. So the last time that I was informed of an STI, the tone in the woman's voice on the phone was so like, here we are again. And I was like, I literally had a moment where I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Is this?
She was projecting something.
She was like, sick of calling me.
They should do a punch card so that when you get enough.
I get the
You
last
get-
one for free.
You get vaccines for free.
Yes!
Too bad vaccines don't work. Curtis and I, my husband and I
husband's
since we just moved to LA, we just finally got a primary care physician. And we wanted to be on PrEP because we want to be included. And so my
I
husband...
thought you were going to sleep with other people.
No, I'm so tired. Camden, I'm almost 40. I can't. I used to be a bottom, then I was a side, and now I'm just removed. The doctor went, I don't know how things were in Chicago, but just a quick warning, we have everything here.
What do you mean everything? Like
STIs.
The
Like
physician?
LA is filled with
just
STDs.
Yeah,
He's like, I don't know. And I was like, don't worry, Chicago, we got it all too.
I was gonna
And we have
say,
depression.
I'm sure I've caught things in Chicago.
Yeah, I think I
Sure.
gave you
They have a
something.
Steamworks.
Can we do my 20 questions with Lady Camden?
20 questions.
There's only 13.
I'm gonna get the answers to maybe 3.
Okay, you know this game, 20 questions, where you think
Is
of
it-
a
is it-
movie, I ask you 20 questions, and then by the end, if I don't guess the movie correctly, Darby has to run laps around the block in her heels.
None of that makes sense.
This block has a huge hill too, so I'd love to see it.
So
I only
Lady
have one good
Camden,
knee.
Lady Camden, the first one is, how are you?
It's none of your business.
Thank you. Tell me something you miss about living in England.
Nothing.
Thank you. What was your most prized DM, and whomst was it from?
I've been screenshotting my Grindr DMs because one day I want to make a song out of them because I just saw Evie Oddly's show and she made a full song out of all the tweets that people made about her hot dad.
Oh, was Darby featured in it?
I do
you make a
tweet
tweet
about
about it?
I tweet
You
about
might- it
everybody's
might have
dad.
been.
Yeah.
Honestly,
do you
might
have a
have
hot dad?
My dad's lovely.
Is he alive?
He's live.
Hot to me.
Okay.
Okay, I just want everyone
Okay.
to know that we're getting a little distracted because there's a sidewalk right here.
Yeah, and there's people are walking
Oh, I
by.
didn't think about that.
Some of them
Our
are hot,
eyes,
and
such-
also some of them are just looking at their own reflection, and that's always fun.
Whoa,
And some of them
okay.
are just like kind of fun characters. There's a lot of that in the Castro. That's kind of why I like to live in this neighborhood because when you do walk around, it is very little town. It's a quiet. I don't want to get.
I sang that last night that you didn't come to.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
felt
did really great.
great. I'm really glad.
Thanks.
So this is much a neighborhood that you can walk around and be like, hello, hello, hello. And people will be wearing no clothes. They might be wearing a golden sock on their penis.
I love that.
Oh, there's my Uber.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
right now
waste.
there's it's a recycling though.
Yeah.
I hope they turn you into Willow.
Okay, what's
She
your
won.
prize DM?
Period. Fuck me if I'm wrong, but is your name Easy Bottom?
Hang on a second. Is it?
Is it?
That was actually one of her questions. So,
Oh,
so
Yeah, the next one,
weird.
so I can skip over that one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, my name is Star Bottom because I went to a party in Nevada City, up in the woods.
They have woods in Nevada?
They have trees and stuff, and
That's
then fires.
incredible.
It's fun.
Oh.
so happy
Willem
for
and
them.
Courtney Act were there, and I was, so
Being yourself.
they dubbed me Star Bottom. Here's another one, pretty long. Total Top Hair, which I feel like this could be fun as a song. Total Top Hair. Love to pound away hard, love my but clearly doesn't love punctuation because that was one sentence.
Period.
And so how was it?
Sometimes if they unsolicited send you everything about their interest, it's like, I didn't ask for that.
No, listen, I've been in a relationship for a very long time. Okay.
10, right? 11?
Wow.
12? 11, 12?
Yeah.
And
Congratulations, by the way. That's cool.
Thank
like
you
for
so
real.
much.
Like
Thank
I would
you.
love someone to love me that long.
I've done a lot. I tested him for many years.
She's made it very difficult.
I've made it
for her.
very difficult to love
Atta
him.
girl.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he does, and I think it's, you know what it is?
What?
Trauma. And he has really great parents, and they
Those are
love gay
parents.
people. And so that's been really nice, because I don't talk to my parents. Did you know my dad's racist?
In your tenure on Drag Race, did any celebrities DM you? And do you feel comfortable saying who you're
Yeah.
who you were most gagged by?
The one is Ariana, but I think she does DM like a few of the girls. So it's not like it was like just me, but
No, that's still really cool.
I don't know, like
She's
I think
so little. It
I'm
must
in a
be really hard
season
to
of
type.
girls that like, especially like Bosco and Willow are very cool, and like I don't know, I felt like I was like kind of being a little nerd by geeking out over Ariana Grande on those two. Do you know what I mean? Like, 'cause like I'm very poppy and like, and they're not.
Yeah,
they're
but
more
you,
like.
But you know what's really cool about you is that you're an immigrant who tried to take their job, and that
And
that
I
makes
did
you
kind
cool.
of. in
You
a way.
did.
Yeah.
You, well,
I took
you
Bosco's.
took Bosco's. Willow did not give up that easy.
Willow gave me her several times because she was like, I don't want it, you can have it.
Yeah.
There was one night where I was here, I think. I was just like watching a show. Or it might be the spring episode, the spring runway episode, where I did a teacup thing. She commented on a photo of mine and was just like, oh, so smart and so clever. I was getting all these text messages being like, Ariana Grande commented, because they know that I'm a big fan of hers.
Oh.
And they were like, Ariana commented on your post. And I was like, wait, why is my phone blowing up? And then I saw it and I was at a house party like an afters where everyone's like trying to like ease into their like comfortable sexual kind of like kind of vibe. And meanwhile, I saw that and started ugly crying. Like sobbing,
Which is a
nasty
kink.
sobbing. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, Ariana Grande commented on my fucking photo. I can die happy. I love her so goddamn much. I know it's like very mainstream and it's like not cool to love mainstream things, but like I love her. And
She's
so
great.
talented.
She's good.
And I
She's Glinda the Good.
I cried so
Glinda.
hard. And she followed me and I was like, no! Like literally just like dying.
I love that's a
What
really
about
good
you?
answer.
You won a YouTube reality series that no one watched. What celebrity reached out to you that gagged you?
Honestly, when you reached out to me and said congrats,
I didn't say congrats. I said leave my house, please.
yeah.
And how did that feel? It must have felt kind of cool,
Honestly, it felt good just to be acknowledged.
Yeah, I'm glad. Have you ever had a celebrity follow you?
You must
Ronna
have.
Glickman. Ask Ronna with Ronna and Brian. Ronna
She
Glickman, do
follows
you listen to
you?
that podcast? I don't know, but she said she loved me when I was on her show.
Okay, so she didn't follow you.
Meh.
Lisa Rinna
This is my
followed
favorite
me.
part, is when you say something and then she goes, okay, let's really get to the real thing." Like last night, you said something great about like your day, and she was like, okay, but did they actually like see you and like?
Yeah, because you know, listen, I love your accomplishments. I just
you
want
so
your
much.
accomplishments to be real.
Your like expectations to be
And
real.
sometimes they are. Okay, wait, I just have a few more
Wait,
questions.
is that why you don't like Lisa Rinna anymore? Because she followed me and she didn't follow you?
No, I'm still
just trying to
watching
get
the
rid of
show.
If you buy a duster, she'll follow you.
Okay.
Why?
She sells Lisa Rinna dusters on QVC, and I made
Not these kind of dusters, like a
jacket.
like a cardigan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you buy one and you make a video about it, she goes, ha, like that.
That
and
seems
she
so
follows you.
mustered up.
I'm so sorry, Darby. I just have to get through these questions.
Okay.
Everyone's dying to know. Okay, the next question is how many fingers am I holding up?
None.
Thank you. America. Do you think about America and wait, I wrote this
I'm
wrong.
scared for this
Okay,
question.
America.
It's not doing so
She
great.
doesn't have a degree.
Before
in
you,
anything.
no,
Can't really read.
No, I use Dove. Do you think about America and think, oh God, that's embarrassing?
Yeah.
As a Brit?
Well, I'm half and half, so I feel like I get the shit and the good from both. It's like England has its fucking problems too. I'm not gonna lie. Like everyone's like,
What?
every
No,
country is
That's the
seems
first
like
I'm
it's
hearing
perfect.
of
no,
that.
every country is like is racist in different ways, and it's like
Yeah.
that's where
Not
I'm just like
mildly.
not proud of either one. But then in some ways I'm like happy to be part of both too. There's good and awful in both sides.
I love that. Okay, what are your angel numbers?
It's an angel number.
It's like a number you see all over the place. For instance, mine is 1996 or 69.
Oh.
Why is yours 1996? I
Yeah.
forget.
Because those
Change
are
it.
my favorite Olympics, and also that's the year that Twister came out.
Atlanta,
weird.
Georgia Olympics.
Yes, summer. Carrie
Have you been
Strug.
to Atlanta since the Olympics? They still, because you know what?
As soon as you start talking about the sports, my brain just went.
But you know,
They
like,
build the Olympic stuff
God.
and then they
build
just leave
stuff,
it there.
And then they leave it. Since 1996,
Oh, yeah.
there's giant, like, if you go to Atlanta, it's the most depressing thing I think I've ever
I think
seen.
I went to China after the Olympics, and I remember thinking that too. There was so much Olympic stuff, and it was like
They
obviously
just
no
leave it there
Olympics,
until
it's
it
just
falls
there.
Yeah.
off.
Or like as like an artifact of like.
They
this
used
It's like
to-
a wart.
was.
Yeah.
It's like a wart.
Yeah.
They just wait, and it eventually falls off.
What's a show that you regularly rewatch? Do you watch TV?
I do, but I watch like old shit. I watch Golden Girls. I watch Will and Grace. I know it's like
Oh,
super
hell yeah.
old-fashioned and
No.
stuff, but I just like easy.
It's a
like-
comfort. Yeah, yeah.
You watch
okay.
Designing
I love
Women.
Karen Walker. I haven't yet, and it keeps popping up being like Netflix or whatever, Hulu, whatever it is like you need to watch this. And I'm like, I know.
Designing Women, Murder, She Wrote. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Fleabag?
Yes, I love. Okay, I just
Oh,
got
I
so ugly there. I'm
love
so sorry.
Fleabag.
I just went. I love Fleabag. I love the actor in Fleabag. She
Oh, I love
is
her. Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
phenomenal.
Obsessed.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Listen, I want y'all to
We're
know.
very hard to have
No,
around you.
We are beyond thrilled to have you because she was in LA last night for the finale filming.
Yeah.
And she had to book a plane to come back just to film with us. So the fact that you came.
I don't know what happened. I think it's spring break. So Friday morning, none of this is interesting maybe because it's like travel.
Yes,
talk.
it is. We love to hear it.
I'm happy to cut it out.
So, okay, great. And you can cut any of this shit out because it might be boring. But like,
Thank you for watching.
yeah, we did a mini tour, the top 5 a night. So we went to Chicago
Been there.
and Gary, Indiana.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Gary,
Gary,
Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. They wrote that song because the boy had a lisp and you weren't allowed to be gay.
So then we went to Detroit to a casino, which was kind of fierce.
Yeah.
And I love a stanky, nasty casino. I know you shouldn't,
Yeah.
but I kind of like it.
Oh, it's kind of nostalgic when you
Yeah.
can still smell the smoke inside places.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
The carpet. There's something beautiful about the contrast of the lights and the music and the sparkly sounds of a machine with the person operating it who's like, Mike Wazowski, just like, just the contrast. is stunning.
Could you do Roz one more time?
Mike Wazowski.
Dairy Queen is quaking. That's great. Thank
Oh,
you.
I
So
love
Gary, Detroit, and then we went to Winnipeg, or I keep saying it wrong.
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever. Winnipeg is cuter, I think. So Winnipeg.
What sounds like a woman named Winnie is pegging someone.
Yeah, exactly.
My grandmother's
Winnie
name
the
was
Pooh.
Winnie,
I was
and she hated gay people. I bet she's getting pegged in hell.
Are
Hey,
you
bitch.
Winnie? Then we went to Toronto, and it's so super short. But then I came back here to do. I don't know why I do this to myself. I really genuinely don't. As I say it, I'm like, I could feel everyone being like, why?
This feels like therapy.
And yeah,
I like that.
came home to do a gig at Oasis. So I flew in, I had 2 hours to paint, did the gig, stayed up all night because it was so close to the flying time. Went to LA, painted to go to sit down in the finale. I got there like 3 p.m. or something, and bitch, I don't know, we were there until 11:30, 12 p.m. And because any room that RuPaul is in has to be Antarctica temperatures, like so low. Like,
When I have power, that's how everywhere.
you want everyone to freeze and shiver while she just looks fabulous.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was really painful. But then,
Drag
and
is
then I flew
pain.
here, and there were no flights because it was spring break weekend, right? So I flew like JSX. This is so boring. Can't
Yeah,
bring this up, but
I
JSX
want to fly JSX.
It's like
I
a
hear good
private
things.
terminal
it's
thing.
It's like a private that is
Exclusive.
accessible to everybody.
But it's not expensive.
And you can bring your dog.
I
Did you know
literally,
that?
I walked on the thing. There was kind of no security. It was super dangerous.
It's not dangerous. TSA is bullshit. There's a
That wasn't
podcast. Well, we
Anyway.
cannot thank you enough.
I have
I
one more
wanted
question.
to be here. I was like, this is
What?
the one thing that I want to be.
I have one more question.
have
It's
not
called
talked-
20 questions.
Oh my
You can have as many questions as you
god.
want.
Okay.
It's been like 8.
This is the last question.
Okay.
When I was in college, I would make mac and cheese, and then I'd heat up chili with beans and put it on top of the mac and cheese, and then do shredded cheese on top of it. Have you ever seen Great British Bake Off?
I have, yeah.
Okay, what movie were you thinking of this whole time?
I wasn't thinking of a movie, just, oh my god. I was supposed to be thinking of a movie the whole
Wait,
time.
I'm supposed to guess. Hold on, I did this wrong. Okay, cut that part out.
Okay.
Okay, that's the end of.
I'm so sorry.
That's the end of 20 questions.
But I
You
have a question
passed.
for you. I'm like,
Wait, you have questions?
no, just based off of that, like, how were your insides? I feel like,
Oh, very bad.
but like mac and cheese and beans and cheese.
Can I tell you this? I'm gonna get vulnerable.
Like, have you ever
no,
had a
no.
penis inside you? Like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, but it
I mean,
regretted
it couldn't get all the way in because of all the beans and cheese.
because of all the,
But
the
listen,
concert that was going on inside.
Can I tell you? I've always had roommate issues. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem.
Alexis, thank
love
you for
that.
finally saying
My first roommate ever in college.
By the way, I love that that laugh was almost like a smoker scoff.
My
And
first
it's not,
roommate
she
ever in
doesn't
college
smoke. She just has a really bad
was named
diet.
Jeremias. And one time I made my mac and cheese and
Sure.
chili.
Sure.
And I was laying on the ground because he had the couch all the way over there for some reason. So I was laying on the
like,
ground
"Why-
watching
why-
TV,
why problem?"
and I saw him in the reflection come up and like look over and like wave his friend over and like look at me and like laugh. And I was really embarrassed.
Is there an end?
He got kicked out of college for being
He got kicked out
horrible.
and you dropped out. I love college.
But I dropped out of my own volition.
She had one class left.
You did?
Here's the thing. They told me that musical theater history counted as a history. And then when I went to graduate, they said, no, that doesn't count as a history.
Yeah, because that's not real.
It's still history.
But they said one thing and then the other.
They did
so-
they changed it up on me.
yeah.
And so my dad said, well, we're not going to pay for more college. I said, well, I don't really want to
any
do this
money.
anymore. He's like, well, I guess you're not graduating. He tried to reverse psychology. He said, I guess you're not graduating. And I said, I guess not.
Your dad
Bye.
does not speak that quickly.
No, it speaks slower, but I've taken up so much
just saying, he sounds
time.
hot.
Let me describe her dad to you, okay?
Okay.
And I love him.
I love
He almost
dads.
killed a woman, but the Tesla stopped it. Okay,
Yeah.
he eats. This is all you need to know about Alexis's dad, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. When he goes to Taco Bell, he gets hard-shelled tacos with meat and cheese only, no sauce.
Oh,
That's a lot of detail. I don't
that's-
remember that.
That's scary.
I remember it because he almost killed that woman.
One time we got in a huge fight in a Taco Bell because he wouldn't stop tickling me.
Ew,
I was in
ew,
middle
ew,
school.
ew.
I was in middle school.
Ooh, how old are you? What?
I was in middle school. He wouldn't stop tickling me.
Where?
And I made him, and he
Where
sat.
were you?
We were in the line waiting to order. And he wouldn't stop, and I got so mad, I sat on the other side of the Taco Bell dining room.
Well, you
Just
should
like-
have. He was assaulting
Just
you.
you talking about like,
Listen,
I was so mad and
that's
embarrassed.
not okay.
it's not a. I
Yeah.
mean, tickling is as literal torture though, right? My dad used
I-
to tickle me all the time too.
I think that
My dad called
some.
me
I think that's how
My
they.
dad called you a.
Okay, to be fair, I was being very silly when I was around him.
To be fair, I did have like a full set of
Yeah, I had a lot of cock in my mouth.
Wow. Okay, so I have a story about you.
No.
Yeah, no, but it's nice, and you won't remember any of this, but like this is before I started drag. It's not weird. It's
Is
not
it
weird.
real?
I'm making it seem like it's real. It's real. So my mum is American, and her family.
Hate that.
Right. Her family were based in Chicago for like the majority of my life. And so I would go to Chicago every summer or every winter or whatever for vacation to visit all my family, particularly my grandmother. My
Chicago's
grandmother-
great in the
It is
winter if you haven't been. I really recommend it.
I recommend walking down the street with minimal clothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I went to Chicago for my grandmother's memorial. She had just passed away.
R.I.P.
This isn't the focal point of the
How'd
story.
she die? I love it.
This isn't the focal point of the
Was it
story.
painful?
How did she die? I love it. So I went to Chicago for my grandmother's memorial, and
You're
it
not
was
gonna tell
super
me.
depressing and like
Okay.
just like whatever. And you know when you're like at a funeral or whatever, it's all sad, it's emotional. And if you're the only gay in like a fabulous city and you're surrounded by your family and they're all maybe a bit conservative or they're just not, obviously no one's fun at a memorial or a funeral.
I'm
And
pretty fun.
I wasn't like expecting it to be fun. But then, you know, the clock strikes what, 11, 12, and every gay is like,
I must get out
I
for a
must
little
do
bit.
something,
Yeah,
you know.
you
And I
gotta
was
escape.
like, I need a distraction. This was an awful, awful day. So I got an Uber or a bus or whatever. By the way, that man has a penis piercing that is so insane.
I love that.
I've seen it on Grindr and
I'm proud
and
of
other
him.
things. He's
I
like
love
famous
that.
here.
Have you ever seen
He's crazy.
penis pearls?
No.
Okay, finish
We'll
your
tell
story
you.
and then
We'll
I'll
show
tell
you
you.
a picture.
So I went out and I was like, I'm gonna go to Boys Town. And went to a bunch of different clubs, and I saw you there, and you were so sweet, and you pulled me aside, and you were just chatting, and you were making sure that I was okay, because I was clearly by myself, and I was just like this little twink, like alone, and you were just like, you were really sweet, you were really cool.
Aw.
It wasn't Berlin, it wasn't Roscoe's, it was on like the other side of the
Yeah,
street of
we call
Roscoe's.
it bar redacted now. Oh my god, I made you feel good
Anyway,
after
I went
a
there,
funeral?
and I was
so
just like, I was by myself,
great.
and I was just like, I wasn't really like wrapped up in the. Obviously, I was trying to forget about it and just like, you know, have a fun night by myself. But when you're by yourself in a new city, especially in a gay sort of
Yeah.
neighborhood, you feel like everyone's looking at you, thinking, "Oh, how sad you're alone."
Yeah,
and I
who's
was
that?
feeling that, and so I was like, I'm just gonna let that go because no one knows that my grandmother just died. So I'm just here to have fun. And you were
felt
like,
it.
so sweet. You were just like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, I think you could tell that I was like a little lost, like
Wait,
Lone Ranger or something.
I saved your life.
I think you did.
Oh my god.
Are you the reason that
Yeah.
she started drag?
Maybe.
I think
I said, I think I
so.
can do it better. I'm gonna try.
We were going to such a good place. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that.
But like, it was a really
Thank
nice
you.
moment. It was like,
Oh, I'm so
"Aw."
happy to hear that.
Yeah, and I met a few different queens, but I remember meeting you for sure, and I just felt like, oh, someone's coming up to me and like breaking the ice a little bit. Now I feel like I can relax and like be here and part of it and have fun. You know what I mean? Because when you're
That's so
alone, you're sort of like, it's intimidating. Like I remember coming into this club by myself when I just moved here. It's intimidating when like everyone's expecting to see someone that they know or someone hot or someone
Yeah.
they want to fuck or whatever.
It's always
It's all that,
yeah.
right? So when you're just coming in with no objective and you just like want to just like disappear or melt into the atmosphere, like it's nice to actually be able to do that. And,
I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you for saying that.
If I don't think you're expecting something awful.
I was kind of well, because you started with funeral, and I was expecting, like you killed my grandma. That was one thing that I learned very early on, because I had the exact same feeling. We've all been to the bar. Even if you go with friends, sometimes you can feel out of place, even if you're in a group of friends. To have the host or a performer come up to you and just say, "Hi, I'm happy you're here." It makes a
You're
difference.
always really good at
So
that.
drag queen, say hi to people. You just never know. They could be coming from, I still want to know how she died. They could be coming from a funeral. My grandma just died last year. You didn't say a word.
No, I didn't, because she deserved it.
It's true. She didn't even know it happened. I gotta be honest. She had towards the end, I think she thought she was in hell.
Speaking of not knowing what happened, let's get into this episode. You've talked a long time.
Okay, so they had to do music video, and then they were sad, and it was so sad.
Yeah.
Now you have supportive parents.
Yeah.
That's not sad, so we'll skip past that. We find out top 3 turns into top 4. LOL. JK. Who are you rooting for?
Wait, should we
why?
do the looks or no?
Oh my God! Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot. We're in San Francisco.
I know.
At a
Well,
different
we're just
time.
having such a good time talking to you. How did we all feel about Miss RuPaul on the second to last episode?
The only thing I thought about this look was like, I like that her legs are still very much out. Both.
She's been
wooden
doing
ones.
more leg out this season.
Yeah, I like it.
Now you have good legs. Dance. You dance.
I have good
you
legs
do
dance.
Yeah. You dance.
Yeah.
I have skinny,
Okay.
and she has skinny.
Yeah.
I like that her skinny come out.
Yeah.
You like that?
I like when skinny come out.
Anitra.
This was like
Incredible.
annoyingly good. I was like, oh fuck you.
You know-
now I'm like, oh god, I look like trash.
I'm gonna.
No one's thinking about you anymore.
I was
No,
thinking
no,
about- I don't even think about that.
I do want to call myself out for hypocrisy, because in the past I've always been like, bodysuits, really? Can't you give us more than a bodysuit? And she really did the whole entire season, except for this, and maybe a couple other things. But this was so good, and the hair was incredible.
Earrings
Do you do
and
that? Do you do
makeup.
do you do rhinestone hair?
I don't.
We don't either.
I
I think it's starting to fade,
I've just-
but it looks
I'm not-
That
gorgeous
means
on
it's time
camera.
for us to get on it.
Yeah.
We love when things.
No,
go
no,
out
no.
of
We got a few
style.
more years, and then we'll do it.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
I think it's like, if you're gonna do that trend, like you have to do it really, really, really well. And if you don't,
we don't
then
do
it's
that.
just bad. Like I'm not. I think it like that, right?
Name
like
names. Who's done it
an
bad?
artistry moment that's like, oh, look at
Yeah,
that.
this is a helmet. This is no
fucking
longer hair. This is
sickening,
an
bitch.
art.
I think we all fell in love deeply.
And it's an
with
extension of
Ventura.
like her makeup
Yeah.
and her look. Like I think that when it's just randomly plopped on your head and there's just like into like just like when there's spaghetti with rhinestones and then just straight hair falling down the back, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like when your hair's
Yeah.
straight, but like your headband's all rhinestone. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, though? You see what I'm saying?
I knew that was coming.
No, those are the best. Those are absolutely the best.
What is this?
No.
To make sure that we don't do anything with the rest of the day.
Okay, let's talk about Lux Noir London, because I think she looked
Yes.
stunning.
She killed it.
This
I love
is
this look.
gorgeous.
So beautiful.
It's
Were you
so beautiful.
were you a Lux
effortless.
fan before the season started?
I kind of was, yeah. I
Her
followed
social media is-
I've been
I
following
remember
her.
thinking
Yeah.
like, oh god, I like especially like the super 90s kind of stuff that she would do. I love so much, and I like that she was very artful with the photography, like not just her look, but like the whole vibe. She would have like fun edits
And the lighting.
like filters and like
Yeah.
things to make it look like specific to that era of what she was doing. You know?
When they were getting ready on this episode, I did like how Mistress was like, I like that you looked as good as your pictures.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
pass
yeah.
the shit.
But yeah, this is so beautiful, and it was fun to watch Lux be just like a regal princess, like
Yes.
like flowing down the runway in like effortless,
And-
pure white, like snow, gorgeous dress. Like,
Can I ask you this?
What?
Okay, so we've done
What is that?
weekend.
Oh
Thank
God.
you.
Is this our apple cider
ordered us
vinegar?
some
Josh
Food.
brought us apple cider vinegar so we can feel better.
We'll do this in a second. We're gonna
Yeah.
let it settle for a bit.
You have to let it breathe. So we have done a weekend at Beau, and I have to say, after our final number last night, Alexis and I felt so excited. Like we felt like we had just done.
Accomplished a
I was going to say
marathon.
cocaine, but yeah, you're absolutely right. We were just energized because we were like, we did it, and we were so proud, and we were having so much fun. Was the final runway, like your final episode in studio before you get to go home? Did that feel good to walk it one last time?
Yeah.
Did it feel
Because
like you were riding high?
I think that when we were getting ready for that final runway, night, it was like, you've made it to like the full package.
gone to do all of
you've got to show what you have. So regardless of what happens now, you came and you were able to show everything that you brought, because it's the most frustrating thing in the world when you don't get to show all of the stuff that you've either like painstakingly worked on or paid a lot of money for, period. Like anyone that went home first, second, third, it just sucks. It just fucking really sucks, and it's everyone's worst nightmare going to Drag Race. And I remember I had this photo, one of the handlers took a photo, you know, won't say who it was because you're not allowed to do that, but like after we finished the filming of that last moment, I went into the parking lot, I took my gloves off and I was just like screaming there was like a sunset and I was like screaming. And it's my favorite photo because it was just like, I don't care what happens now, like, or how it's edited, like, I just did what I could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that is
you
the
left
best
it all
feeling.
there and you got to show.
And we also got really fucking drunk that last episode, so there was like a lot of, which we did in every episode, but I had a feeling, I was like, I think I'm not going home, I'm pretty sure I did well this episode. Like, I felt good about this remix episode that we did, and they said nice things.
What was your song?
Hit 'em with your catwalk.
Are you a singer?
I can.
Good.
Yeah.
You can't. Adriana will hit
Well, that's
you
it. That's like, you know,
with her
you
car.
don't want to come for the singing queens.
Adriana
I want to
Roy,
hit them with a
Big Top
surprise
Sunday.
one day.
We actually
We love
sang
her.
last night at Adriana's show, and Adriana is an incredible singer. Actually, there are videos
Incredible
for her singing
beauty,
on YouTube.
yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch them before we go so I can know. What I did was I made myself super nervous because she's so fucking good.
Yeah.
And we got here, and she's like, and you're singing, right? And that's just how she talks. But I was like,
Is that okay?
Is it okay?
Wait, before we move on, I want to ask you, did you have, while filming, any personal moments of like panic? Like, oh fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, a lot of them. I think
Every episode?
yeah, I mean, I was like a bit of a nervous wreck in different capacities. Like some episodes where you're like, you're excited because you know that you have something good to bring. There's other episodes where you are taking a risk. Like my whole Freddie episode, I was really fucking nervous because it was like,
Iconic.
thank you, but doing it, I was like, like there's just like, is this a good idea?
Especially boy drag on Drag Race.
Yeah,
Has
it's a risk.
historically not been.
past.
And there's no one on my season that was like, you know, I practiced it once backstage. There was no one that was like, wow, that's gonna fucking kill. It was just everyone's focusing on themselves, so you feel a little bit like, you know.
Someone just goes, your wig fell off.
Yeah, and
It was brilliantly executed.
thank you.
Because
It was a moment in time.
I like to
I was
approach
here
thing
when it
as an
happened.
actor.
You were.
I was here when the episode
What did the
happened.
bar do? Explode.
The whole bar was like, are you checking him out? He's very cute.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I
he's
just-
very hot.
sorry.
So Josh, the manager, watched it because it was happening on the East Coast before, and he knew what
he
happened.
seems nice. I want to meet him.
Who, Josh?
Yeah.
Josh, the manager
No.
of Bo.
I thought he was the cook here.
He is.
It's in the
we don't
name.
cook food. We just cook.
We'll bleep it. Yeah, this episode is not going to get monetized.
None of us do.
Yeah.
They do, I just don't tell you.
So he had planted like confetti cannons, and it was really cute. And I came here, and there was like a rumor going around that I was going to win this episode. So there was this excitement. And so then when you turned the runway at the beginning, right, the whole club was like, "Oh, here it comes!" They hadn't even seen and like made a judgment of the look yet. They were just like screaming. And then as soon as I fell, I've never heard this club more silent when there's people in it.
Yeah.
And it was just like awkward.
'Cause it looked
no one
like
was,
real.
Yeah, and everyone was mostly my friends. So it was like people that were like, yeah. Oh no, wait, is she going home? Like they thought, fuck,
Yeah.
this is bad.
That's
This
why
isn't-
it was so
and like, what are we
good.
gonna say to her to comfort her? Kind of all that going through their minds. And then when I stood up, like it was like this gradual kind of like, what? Yeah, and then like the wind was like,
Wait, where did you have the mustache? Where was
I'm not gonna
it?
tell you, bitch.
Okay, fine.
You're gonna pay me a lot of money. for
Okay,
not telling you
fine.
that.
It was behind her
I
teeth. Her
respect
teeth
that.
are removable. I have to say, like,
He was on my
Bo,
tongue. Can you imagine?
Bo is like, I mean, it was packed. It's packed on Drag Race viewing night.
Yeah,
Like, if you're in
bitch.
San
People
Francisco,
love
come here.
drag
It
here.
is so fun. Having the crowd just fall silent must
was
have been
weird.
incredible. That
was
happened to me on
uncomfortable.
Friday while I was performing.
No, she's lying.
It was a different reason, but I have to say, it's shocking. It's alarming. when
speaking-
the entire
You know,
bar
right?
just goes
When it
quiet.
feels like-
It's alarming.
Well, speaking of a hushed appreciation, Sasha Colby
Yes.
in this look,
I love how you ran this
incredible,
back in.
gorgeous.
This was stunning. This was, yeah.
Host
Classic.
of the viewing parties, one of the hosts, Melanie Sparks here at
Yes.
Bo. I guess Sasha broke that headpiece.
She
before
helped
she
with some
went.
of Sasha's
Oh, really?
garments.
Yeah, and so she
She
pieced
helped
it back
piece
together
it back
for her
together
before
and
she
made
went
it
to Drag
look
Race.
gorgeous, and she looked so
I mean, she looks
beautiful.
incredible.
Yeah.
This episode to me, for me, part of me, this episode was very much a distinction of like separating Mistress from Sasha. Sasha. Because to me, it's always been kind of neck and neck, Mistress and Sasha. And then this episode was truly like, it's Sasha's Drag Race now. We're all just living in it.
This is definitely my favorite episode of every season, is like seeing just like the grand prize look. Everyone is like in their face. They're so proud of it. Like this is the one thing that you bring, you've like, Mistress brought an outfit that she's worn before and she knew it was like her prize jewel kind of moment. So it's really fun to just like watch them be so relaxed, being like, it's the last episode, this is my best shit. If you don't like it, that's on you. You know, like that energy is what I love about this last episode, and I feel like every queen had that for sure.
Well, speaking of Mistress, up next, she did have a leopard. Is that leopard or
stunning?
I never know.
It's, I think it's leopard, and she said it's not on the garment, it's
on the
beaded into it.
Sickening.
Which
That's money.
I've said this story a million times, but I don't know if you know, when my sister, 1986, my age old number, she graduated from high school when she went to prom. She was going prom dress shopping, and I got to go because I was little. And I had an orange Tic Tac canister. Have you ever had Tic Tacs?
She lives in the States, Alexis.
And we had orange Tic Tacs everywhere on Drag Race in my season. I have tights that are still stained orange from that. I should put
Oh
them
my
away,
God,
but-
yes.
Yeah.
Were they real?
Yeah, I was in a pool full of Tic Tacs. 7 pairs of tights were stained orange after that.
I
love
would have
that.
eaten
They're the
so many
best.
Tic
The
Tacs.
orange
Yeah.
ones are the
They
best.
kept falling
until you
out
lick
of
the
wigs and
orange
shit
off.
afterwards. I wasn't even involved in that shoot.
Oh, I
was
love
how are
it.
the orange Tic Tacs
So
in?
I used to pick up the beads on the floor, and I would put them in this Tic Tac case because it's all I had to carry. I wasn't allowed a purse back then. One of the shop owners, one of the prom dress shop owners, yelled at me for stealing his beads that were on the floor.
They're expensive.
What is he
you
gonna do with
goddamn
them?
thief. Put it back on the dress, I guess.
I guess they are reusable.
And now you're trans.
You know what? I'm gonna go back to Houston and find that asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make him pay.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Or maybe you should pay him. You did
text us when you're on your way back, and
That
we'll-
was something
we'll get you
you
a Bloody
took
Mary.
from his shop.
I do have to pee. Do y'all want to talk for a little bit?
I'm so sorry about her.
No, it's okay.
It's just like her thing.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's her charm. That's why we love her.
Okay, while she's gone, I must tell you.
What?
But isn't this the sweetest thing? That
Yeah, that's
it
really
Oh, I
made-
didn't get a good look at it. Can I see?
It made no, you'll
So wait,
break
who-
it.
so
I swear.
Jen
to
gave
God.
this to you?
Yes, because I talk about Diana on the podcast all the
Right.
time. We got so many incredible presents.
Oh,
it was so
nice.
nice. So was that the final runway?
That was it. Who do you think's gonna win?
Good transition.
Thank you.
I think,
I'm
like-
almost at a year.
If I'm honest, like I've definitely been Team Sasha like from the beginning. I mean, I love her
Royalty.
royalty, but also just like
Very
I love
British
someone
thing.
that I like seeing someone on Drag Race that is not, you know, necessarily like new at drag and going through this journey. It's just someone that is demonstrating what they've been working on their entire life, and they have, like, they're just demonstrating good drag and they've worked really hard for it.
The true tenets
And they're
of
just
drag,
going
yeah.
like, I've worked really hard for this, and here it is. And I think that like we get wrapped up in the storyline and the journey and all that. And as a TV viewer, I get that. But I think it's really refreshing to see someone going, here's what happens when you are just good at drag and you've been doing it for a long time and you've fought for where you are for a long time.
Yeah, and
especially as a trans woman, like it's so refreshing to see someone that's just like, here it is.
Yeah, like I'm so good at what I do and I care so much about it that it can translate very easily to this medium of TV show.
Oh, you're speaking for her, not for yourself.
Yeah,
I was
yeah, I'm
about to say,
speaking
where's
for
the
her.
confidence coming from? I have beaten that
like
out
Sasha
of you.
is so good and so effortless
Can I-
at what she does and such a professional that she can
I just
translate
worked
it.
so hard for it for so many years that it's like, it's fun to see someone have like a final lap, so to speak. But I will say, like, I love also, on the flip side, to be surprised by someone, and I feel like Anitra is someone who I just love because she is brilliant at what she
Hot.
does, hot, excellent what they do, but also like doesn't have to be a big personality.
Not loud
or
about
be
it,
The,
yes.
the New York, like they're just themselves and like chill. And I feel very relaxed when I watch Anitra.
I feel very relaxed. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a nice
I'm
feeling.
not nervous for them. I'm just like, okay, cool.
That's that's also kind of how I felt with Mistress for most of the challenges. I really gravitated towards Mistress this season because I felt so relaxed whenever it was her turn to do anything. I just knew I wouldn't be disappointed. And I was a couple times, but for the most part I wasn't. I cannot wait to see the finale. I can't wait to see you in the audience going like this.
Oh, me.
Oh, okay. You did see. Finales are long tapings. I went to the finale of her YouTube show that no one watched. I had to leave.
Oh, it
Did
was
I see
so
you get
long.
crowned?
No, I will say it was so long that I got drunk and then sobered up and was
that's
hungover
the
by the
worst.
time I was
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, I was.
And it was the first time my parents had ever seen me in drag. They came.
Her dad brought.
Ugh, sorry, that's great. I love that.
But I was,
for you,
they
I'd
were
be
seeing
like,
me in
oh.
drag for the first time, and I was wearing a very cleavagey thing. I was drunk.
Feeling it. You were like,
Yeah.
Her dad had a hard shell taco, meat and cheese only. All right. Almost like that.
Wait, do you have any questions for us?
no.
What possibly could she ask that we don't force her to listen to already?
But wait, let's just talk about your experience in San Francisco. Was it fun? Did you
Oh,
have a good
so
time?
fun.
It was really fun.
Where are you staying? Are you staying at the
We're
Big
staying at the
Motor?
We're staying at the
Yeah.
B.
Do you like it? Be honest. You have to be nice.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. We
Be honest with
liked
me.
it.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's renovated.
It's so
Everything is
cute.
from Target, and they still have the like little tags on it. And I'm like, oh, I could buy that, and I like that. The problem was for us, for me. Okay, she was fine. She was
Yeah.
on the 3rd floor, fine. There was a convention of teens.
All
And
around, sort of
They
pyramiding.
put us in the middle of the teens. So on either side there are teens, and then above us there are teens. And they played music and bowling the entire
Bowling?
weekend. It sounded like they were bowling the entire weekend. But the accommodations were nice.
Nice.
Although, Bet's Motor Lodge, can I say this? Get new beds. The beds have like, what do you call them? Posts that
On the
stick out for
frames,
no
on the
reason.
frames.
I have
shins.
2 huge on both shins. I've hit my shins don't do that.
My room?
I knocked the picture off the wall. I didn't mean to.
I got my
I just
own
want to
room.
see who did
And
the
it is
art. And then it
beautiful
turned out
and
to
large,
be
and
Fuji
it's a
film.
king
So I know
size.
you stole the art.
And
you printed
I
it
just
off
have
at
to
Walgreens,
say,
which I
I'm
kind of
so
like.
excited.
It's okay.
But
I'm
you
very,
hung
very
it
happy
on the wall,
that I've never gotten my own room
but
before.
it's hanging.
So I do want to
still.
thank
It's just hanging, like,
the
off.
manager,
It's one
owner
of them
at
broke.
Bar,
So there's one
at Beau
chain
Bar,
that's just, like, hanging
Josh,
off on the side, which is
thank
kind
you
of funny.
so much for
And
keeping
honestly,
me. Honestly, I know that she only gave me my own room because of my grinding teeth and my farting.
Don't come to me.
And it's just
I
But
promise you, I'll be like.
it just felt
like,
really special, especially on Trans Day of Visibility, to be kind of tucked away my own
from
space.
artists,
for a
right?
while.
You know, like I mean
And
later,
just-
of
yeah,
course,
I
but
think
like
it
in this
just feels
current
like we're
political
now
climate, I wouldn't do it.
Milk.
But overall, we like it.
Yeah. Want to take a shot?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, we're not drinking right now, but we're on vacation. It's our last day of obligations, and we get to meet you.
Yay.
So
Okay, first of all, if you're not drinking, don't come to Beau. They will get you so drunk. We
I-
said we're not going to drink.
I'm hanging
And then
on to the
Malay was
wagon
like,
by a
LOL,
thread.
JK. She tried to kill me. I just want that
No,
on film.
everyone here will try to kill you. These guys will literally try to kill you.
I love that TV show.
here's
I'm
to
so sorry
Lady
she
Camden. Thank you
drowned.
so much for
Do
joining
you know anyone
us.
who drowned?
And thank you so much to Beau in San Francisco.
not
Come and
another
see
day.
us.
Oh my fucking god, what was that?
No!
You fucking asshole. What was
No! No!
It's gonna come back up if I move. We've had such a blast. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
and
so
I have
glad
to
you
say,
guys are
if I had to
here.
pick between, we've had Willow and now we've had you, and if we had to pick one,
Willow.
it's Willow. And but you're a close second.
Thank
you're
you so much.
you're a second that could be on TV as
Right,
a second
one
place
day.
kind of person.
Yeah, would you guys ever want to be on the race?
They don't want us.
What? That was
I'm just kidding. We haven't
Here's
auditioned
the
in
thing.
like 8 years.
Can I be honest?
Yeah,
it seems
please.
like a lot of work.
It is honestly a lot of work. I've been exhausted for the last 2 years since.
But you
Yeah.
look
a
great.
year ago.
You look absolutely
And
great.
you're young and bendy still.
Whenever I complain about looking a certain way, all of my sisters are like, I think it's time for filler every single time.
I'm 7 years older.
Have
than
you-
And
have
I
you-
want
you
you
are?
to. Yeah, I want
How
you
do
to
you
know.
look so much younger than me?
Trauma. Well, thank you so much, Lady Camden. You weren't robbed.
You
and
can
we
find
love
Lady
you.
Camden on Twitter, Instagram,
Like a-
TikTok.
If I have to.
Do you wear sunscreen?
No,
I know we should though.
we should.
Look at
for
us.
Sure. Yeah.
Look, I might actually be paler than you.
That's
Your
okay.
hands are so big.
I think we're all kind of the same.
Do you carry your own luggage?
You know they say about big heads? I do.
You probably do.
Yeah, and it's.
Do you carry other people's luggage?
No,
Do you have
girl.
extra room? I bet you have extra room.
I have like piano hands.
Do you
Okay.
play piano?
No. but
Okay.
You know when piano players have like muscly, veiny hands.
I love that. I'm a
I
hand
don't.
person.
Okay, I
I've
have two
never thought about
questions.
getting Botox in anywhere other than my face, but I'm like, maybe.
You have great hands. No, I love it. I love a vein.
She's a hand girl. Do you miss dancing?
I miss the feeling of dancing on stage. I don't miss the feeling of being told what to do, someone else's choreography, someone else's instructions every day, all day.
T.
I don't enjoy that.
Boots.
Like, I love not being someone else's minion.
Yeah.
But I do miss the feeling of, being on stage. Can I grab this?
Jazz boots.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Also, do you have, now that you're touring so much,
Yep.
do you have like a certain packing method?
When I am sober, yes. But I pack a lot when I'm getting home from Bo, and everyone's like, oh, your flight's not until 10, you're fine. And then they will be like, pump me full of fucking alcohol and be like, you're gonna be fine. I'm like, yeah, you guys are right, you're my friends, right? And they're like, let's go to an afters. It's 6 a.m. and then I'm awake.
Honestly, you have to do that now while you're young and you can handle
While you have
it.
your lungs, both of them.
Yeah.
Same. When we came back, every time we left this weekend,
Let's make sure that they still work.
we get back to the hotel and Paola would just throw all of my stuff on the ground so I could
The
lay
way
in the
that
bed.
sometimes I have like showed
It's
up to the
crazy.
airport and they're like, do you know that your suitcase is 68 pounds? And I'm like, yes, I know.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
And they get very like, do you want to fight about it? Like in my
What are you gonna
eyes.
do? Throw away?
Maybe that's your
all of
angel
And then
number.
they're actually just nice. They're like, yeah, I just want to let you. I'm like, okay.
Maybe
cool.
that's your angel number, 68.
68.
Next time they
Not
say
quite
that,
69.
yeah. Maybe next time they say that, be like, oh, those are my angel numbers. I do that on purpose.
Also 69s. I'm not a fan of an actual 69.
No one is.
No,
I don't
I
believe
like
anyone
it.
is. I think it's a trick.
No, I like it.
It's a trick by government. It's
Why?
big 69.
Because I identify very hard with the side, the new terminology as being a
Oral
side.
only.
Yeah.
Lux saying Cicely Tyson is an inspiration and then going, was.
Iconic.
Oh,
Iconic.
the bar went.
It was iconic. I love you, Lux. She doesn't watch.
Barbara tweeted, Lux Noir London has merch in Target next month. Drag Queen merch has a deal with Target, and they're putting like 6 girls merch.
Oh my God,
in
they're putting our
Target.
merch in Target?
No, not ours. But it's on dragqueenmerch.com. Can I tell you this? We
Is
just
yours
got
on
on Drag Queen merch, and people showed up to the show this weekend at
Wearing your
Bo,
merch?
wearing our merch.
my
I don't
God,
even
I
have our
love
merch.
that.
Isn't that sweet?
No one shows up with my merch, but that's great.
Sorry.
Where's
about
your
that.
merch?
It's at ladycamden.com.
At ladycamden.com.
Yeah.
Lady Camden, thank you so much for joining us. This has been so nice. You feel like you should be here every week. What are you doing next week?
I don't know. Genuinely don't know.
Flying back to LA.
I'm not going to be in Chicago.
We don't live in Chicago.
We live in LA
we
now.
won't be there either.
Sorry, I keep thinking of you as Chicago.
I know. Everyone that
You're attached
introduced
to
us this
it.
weekend was
Yeah.
like, all the way from Chicago.
Malay,
Yeah.
bless her heart, every single time she introduced us, she'd go, and our next performer is coming all the way from Chicago.
It's
and
okay.
then there was a small
It's an
silence,
honor.
and she'd go, by way of LA.
It's an honor to still be considered a Chicago queen.
yeah,
There's
I have
very
depression,
special there.
So I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, we love you. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Au revoir, which is Spanish.
For hello.